few little other odds and ends. But today we are going to be working with different types of material. I have been playing all morning, so my desk is completely and totally in disarray. We will start with cutting out some ephemera, just so that you can have it on hand, so you can do your projects quick. This is just a whole set of leaves. I'm doing it out of black, but you can totally do it out of green, red, orange, whatever you want for your season. But this is just to make us up a little pack of stuff that can be used through the season. Something I have missed. Oh, I have missed something. If you will notice how easy that was, that's because I forgot to put the bottom plate down. Now, let's put our thing on there and our top plate on. This is mostly going to be about hacks that you can do doing your die cutting or embossing or whatever. Okay, so now we've got our thing out like this. Be careful. You'll see that it's cut. Before you take it out, I learned this lesson pretty much the hard way, but it's a good lesson to have learned. You just take it and pop these little things while it's still in the hard shell, and you don't have near as much trouble getting them to come out. You might have one or two that's stubborn when you get down to the bottom, but it won't be near as hard as holding on to that flimsy paper and trying to do it. This is getting close to the end, so let's turn it over where I can get these out. I will probably do a lot of projects with the this die this fall. And if you turn it over, whoops, you'll see that they did a real good job at getting the little pieces out. But when you get down to where there ain't too much holding it in there, you have to hold it and just press them down in there. And you get all those little tiny pieces out there. And then you're left with a beautiful leaf. Which, oh, here they are. I have already cut a bunch of them. I used my wax paper that I'll show you here in a little bit to do that, and got little wax paper leaves. So, I won't stand here and take all these out. I'll do that all later. But you just take and hold on to it and prop it in. You can use a safety pin. You can use one of these little tools from Cricut. Or you can get one just like it at Dollar Tree store for $1.25. And you'll end up with this pretty little piece that you can put you a card together just by putting a bunch of little leaves on it and saying, see where this one got cut off the end? You could put it off your card page. But wouldn't those be pretty with a whole page full of red, orange, and green flowers? So we'll put all these in here. And this I got off of Temu, just a little box, little thing, so it'll keep them all together nice and neat. Next thing we're going to do is, let's see, I have a sheet of, man, I am in disarray today. Oh, here it is. That's what I use for my stuff. I'm just going to cut me a sheet of, this is sticker paper, just like this. So if you wanted to make you some stickers, let's find one over here. Say you want to use some numbers. We'll use this one. I haven't even played with these numbers yet, but this is a good test for it. Okay, we're going to take this sticker paper. Always remember to put your ridges side down. Put it on the sheet. Put your top plate on. Clean all the little pieces off so you don't have any problem. Run this through your machine. One time only for the sticker paper. That's all you need. Okay, we're at the end. Here is our numbers. They're all going to come off just like that. Use the same practice of poking your extra pieces out while they're still in the thing, so you don't have to fight them so hard. And then pull them out. Okay, now you got these little, well, this one don't have it, but see, you got your number 6, and you can peel your sticker paper off. Sorry for being out of the screen. My back is bothering me a little bit today. This will be your hardest problem with this. As anybody knows that uses plain sticker paper. There we go. Now, you have your number 6 already on the sticker. So you can just put it on whatever you want. Say you want to make a thing for your mailbox. You just simply get you some outdoor sticker paper, use your machine to cut your numbers out, and you can put those numbers together how you want. So that is 2 practices that you can use. Now, they say that you can use a used dryer sheet with one of the intricate designs. We're going to use, let's use this tree. The tree design with a fence. So we are going to take alright, let's see here. We have a sheet of paper. We'll lay it down first. We're going to put our design on it. That has our little heel and everything. I'm not taking it apart. Oops, put your dryer sheet down first. Okay. Then you put your sheet on top of it. And then you put your top plate. Now, it's as simple as it is. For you all that don't have a machine, hang in there. I got some exciting things to show you here in a little bit. I'm going to bring it back through as a secondary run, just to make sure that it cut through that dryer sheet. Okay, so now here is the, see, you don't have anything hardly left in your die at all. So now when you pick it up, you will have your pieces. There's your little snow design. Let's put this on this big black sheet of paper right here. There is your snow design. Here, just take real easy care of dissecting your cut from your original paper. Again, you'll need to take your pokey tool. I'm hoping you can still see this. My TV keeps cutting you off. I got to figure out what's going on with that. Anyway. And now you have your tree scene with your snow scene underneath it. And then you can pull this tree out and put it over here. And here's your fence. So it just releases it from your die that much easier. You can put your fence on your hillside, behind your snow scene. Just have it like in the west where they have all those snow things. Let's get all these extra pieces off of here. But doesn't that turn out to look pretty? Yeah, that looks good. All right, so that's that next scene. That's how easy it is to use a used dryer sheet to have it to release from your die easy. And if there's any pieces left in there, just use your pokey tool and pick them out. There's a couple right there. And then you're back to a clean die. You can take each and every one of these apart, but if you plan on using them all in the same scene, just cut them out all at one time. And now you can do them in different colors. Say you want different colored trees to do. You can take each one of these pieces apart and do them all in different colors, just to make your card look even prettier. There's the rest of my letters. There's the backing to my 6. Alright, so now we're going to move on to embossing folders. I know that I showed y'all the last time, and sorry about this chaotic mess. Let's see if I can get it out of the screen here. Every time I push this, my thing goes up. Clean up my mess here. There we go. Now you do have to keep all of your used dryer sheets because that is a one-time use only. So now we're going to set our machine this way because we need to bring this out to be able to do some embossing folders. Now this embossing folder I have done, so we're going to try to do it a little deeper than what it was on this one. So I want to use a white sheet of paper this time. You'd want to use a cutter to cut your paper down so you can cut it straight. I have one sitting there, as you can see. I'm just really just playing. So we're going to use our bottom plate, and our thing here. Now, if you try to use the top plate, we'll see if it works on this one. See, it won't do it. So what I did was I brought out this one. This is what they call squishy pad. And I used a piece of this black cardstock on top of it. And then send it through. But it really wasn't quite as much as I wanted. As you'll see, it had the effect. It gave you the design, but it's not really embedded in there as much as I like, but that's still beautiful. Look at that. Look how pretty. So, we're going to try it again with a second card. And we are going to put 2 sheets of paper on it. we're going to put that sheet, then we'll put one on the bottom. We'll put our embossing folder back in. We will put the squishy pad on, and then a second sheet of the paper on top, and just roll it through. See, it's still putting up a little bit more resistance. So, and you'll see the squishy pad comes out to the end, which ends up scrunching the paper, so make sure you use an old paper. Okay, now, there you go. Done a little better. You can see the houses better. Let me show you the two together so you can see the difference. There's just a little bit more impression with the second sheet of paper. All right. Now, for the last one that I'm going to do for you today, so I'm going to take this completely off, and I'm going to use the ones that come out of my little thing, the little red thing that I got that takes those little tiny things. But we're going to use this, and we're going to do, let's do this one. There we go. That's that pattern on that one. You set that on. You set this blue on top of it, and then you set a black sheet on top of it, and then the other plate on top of that. And you, let me make sure it's all straight here, and then you just roll it through. Don't feel like it's doing anything. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go here, and we'll get the other piece of blue and put it on the top, and put it back through, and see if we can get this one to put the impression in there. It's still real easy to do, so let's see if we got any type of impression on here. And no, see, you don't. You do not get any impression. So that was a fail. It did not work. But if you use the other methods that I showed you, then they will work just fine. I have more that I have done earlier today. This is this one here that I put through with the same processes. And there is a flower. Before I quit off today, here is snowflakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two with a sheet of white paper. And I think that might be the problem. This is not the, let me see if I can get a, we are going to try the snowflakes first with this 110 pound cardstock. And I am going to cut it with my thing. I hate my thing is so messy for you guys today. Get it all out of the way. Okay. I think this is, to measure it, you'll do it. This is almost 7, and this is almost 5. So I'm going to do it at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. That would be about the size of a 5 by 7 card front, if you wanted to do that. And now I'm going to put it, see how this is made here? You got the ridges on this side of the paper, and the indent on this side of the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ink, hope I'm over in there far enough that you can see me. Haven't used these things in so long, they're sticking together. Well, come on. There we go. And it's still good. And we're just going to rub it over these things. Okay, so that just shows you now. Put the paper in, close it up. Try to keep it from smearing while you're at it. Put your plate back on with the number 2 slot out. Put your number 1 page in. Put your bottom sheet on. Put your embossing folder on. Put your top sheet on. And run it through. It's one. Oh my gosh. It's not wanting to go through. So, it just spit it out. So let's try taking this one off. One more off. Put this on. You wouldn't think that that little tiny bit would make a difference, but it does. Okay, let's try again. Nope, it's not going to go through with that one. All right, so let's go take this completely out. Put these in. With our squishy paper on top. And our cardstock on top of that. And our other sheet on top of that. And see, that's still not enough. So, let's see. Let's try putting these other 2 pieces of squishies on there. There we go. And see if that's enough. And no, it's not. See? It's just sliding through there. Okay, so that was a fail. I don't know what I did a while ago that got that to go through. Maybe I did this. And I left the top plate off of this. Put all this in. Let's try taking this off. Just put this through and see if that'll go. There we go. That's going to go. Sorry, guys. 2 or 3 things going at one time. Alright, so let's see what happens now. Let's move this out of the way. This is the top one. This is the squishy. This is the side that got one thing done. Now let's turn it over. And look, you got the color on it. And the more color you put on it, the more you'll have. So that is really cute. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'm going to call it all well and good and clean up this mess. Clean the porch off, edit this video, and get it up for you. And we will see you next Tuesday for the next installment and Try It Tuesday. I hope to make this make sense to you all. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.